Hi guys, I'm Hayden Crawford from the Dreamtime Academy and welcome to today's live Starseed Numerology readings and insights. So as you know, I'm the person that can find out a little bit more about what's really going on for you, emotionally, physiologically, spiritually, biologically, all of it really. And I get all that information from your date of birth. So the show really is about you learning more about what you're actually here to do with your life. I mean, a lot of us are very misplaced or feeling stuck in a rut and not really knowing what to do with themselves, and especially during the COVID pandemic. But we are actually all ancient immortal beings of light living out temporary human experiences. And we have got a purpose here right now on the planet to help it ascend into the fifth dimension, the new golden age of Aquarius. Now, in order for us to be able to fully align with our starry origins, we need to look at our date of birth and actually our living name as well. And when you put the two side by side, it reveals all of the answers to all of our questions that we've been asking for a millennial. And that's because we kind of come in with the wisdom already embedded within our DNA. And we just need to learn to decode the language of light, and we can then understand what it is that we're out here to do. So it's a massive awakening process that takes place. So what I do is I work with the amazing color mirrors system, which is a numerology based color therapy system. And it's a sequence of 87 different dual colored oil bottles and over 55 essence sprays as well, which are all aligned to different keynotes or frequencies, which are not only fragranced, but also have unique color resonances as well. So it all starts with your date of birth. So if you'd like me to have a look at what is going on for you, then just leave your date of birth in the comments section. And I'm going to pick out a card actually as well for anybody who's watching live or the replay. And this is from my Starseed Oracle deck. And these are an amazing set of cards that are designed by a lady called Rebecca Campbell. If you haven't got a deck, get yourself a deck. They're absolutely fantabulous. Yeah, definitely, Claire. Nice to see you. So you want to ask about your mother on the 10th of the 10th, yeah? Absolutely. We can have a look at her, Claire. Okay, so Earth School. Earth School is the card that comes up. It's a beautiful card, isn't it? That you can see that being sort of being plummeting to Earth, to the Earth School, because that's really what the Earth is, isn't it? If you think about it, it's a learning experience. It's like going to university, and I suppose that's why we're in the universe. But it's like, it's about life lessons. So what life lessons are you supposed to be learning right now? This is about soul growth as well. Now, whenever we start looking deeper beyond the veil and into the subconscious, we start receiving information, and that can lead to our soul evolving. So soul's growth really, and study and higher learning as well. So it might be time for you to start learning some high wisdom through the Dreamtime Academy and the incredible mystery school that we have offer you many different courses, from numerology, color therapy, cosmic consciousness, the whole shebang. All right. Okay, nice to see you, Suzanne. I'm going to have a look at you, Claire Brady, your mum. What's her name? And we'll take a look and see what influences come up for her. Remember, if you're watching today as well, please leave your date of birth, okay, because that's where it all starts. Make sure you share this with your friends and family and all the people that you love and care about in your life. And I'll try and get through as many of you as I possibly can. I'm offering you some insights today that are based around your date of birth only. Okay, so I'm looking at day numbers, ruling numbers, personal, unique arrows of individuality, and also your personal year cycles as well. All right, so we've got the 10th of the 10th. So what's her name, Claire? 1927. Okay, so she's got 3 1s, a 2, a 7, 9, and that's it. Okay, so your mum is a day number 10, and she's a ruling number 9, 10, 19, 21. So she's a ruling number 3, and she's in a 5, 6, 7. She's in a 7 this year. Okay. All right, so she's called Jean Brady. Okay, so this one's for you, Jean. Now, Jean, if you're watching today, hello, first of all, welcome to the Dreamtime Academy. We're a modern day mystery school helping starseeds like you to rediscover your inner wisdom so that you can experience life with more freedom, joy and purpose. And who doesn't want that? I don't know about you. Okay, so Jean, what we can see straight away is that, you have got a day number 10. Now, the 10 energy is a very soft, feminine energy that can never be abused. And so you are a bit of a leader, actually. And like, you would have probably wanted to have your own business, when you were, when you were in the, at that stage of your soul's development. Now, this is the Wheel of Fortune. So you're a bit of a manifester as well, Jean. So, you're able to consciously create your own reality, and you do that through your heart. So you've got this beautiful soft feminine leadership energy, and sometimes you don't really want people knowing what's going on for you emotionally. Okay, so sometimes some of your friendships can remain a little bit superficial, even though you are a sociable person when you're living positively, but you can also be a bit critical and judgmental when you're living negatively, because your ruling number, which is your biggest influence, is a 3. So that's your ruling number, is when we had to pull the numbers in your date of birth and reduce it down. Now, the 3 is inspired by, like creativity, the left brain, imagination, the memory, analysis as well, and so that's why, it's when it's living negatively. So when you're living negatively, you can be a bit judgmental, a bit critical. But when you're living positively, you're very sociable and outgoing, and you want to be involved in the community and getting out into the world and stuff. So you're a bit of a leader, really, and actually you've got far more important things to do with your life purpose than get a regular day job, okay? Because that's not really how you roll. Hey, we can see here as well for you is, I'll show you what Jupiter looks like, actually. So Jupiter is coral over coral, is this one here. So that's the color of the new Christ ray. So it's that beautiful expansion and self-acceptance. So you might go through periods in your life, Jean, where, you've got low self-confidence, low self-esteem, low self-worth, and have to work through your belief systems to be able to overcome all of that, okay? Oh, your mum isn't watching, no? Hello to Marie Otterson. Nice to see you here today, Marie. How are you? And whereabouts are you watching from in the world? And hello to Unity Light as well. It's nice to see you. What we can see as well is that your mum's got this arrow of frustration, which is the lack of the 4, 5, and 6, which means that there was difficulties for her during childhood. So it might have been that, her mum and dad separated, or that she felt like there was something going on around about, the early years, that was a little bit, sort of discordant. And that could have been sibling rivalry, for example. But it also could mean that she had difficulties, in her adult relationships as well. Lovely to see you here as well, Marie. Oh, she's not enjoying the lockdowns. I can imagine, really, because, your mum is quite, she can be quite a sociable person, and likes to sort of get out and about and stuff like that. But you see, in her chart, she's got to either sacrifice, because she's got one isolated 7, either love, health, or money. So one of those 3 things she has to sacrifice during her life experience. So, again, and that pattern can keep repeating itself. And it could be that she has to love and lose, love and lose, love and keep. All right. Or she could make money, lose money, or she could go through that process of getting ill, getting well, getting ill, getting well. She's probably quite an ambitious person. She likes to help people. She likes to be of service. She's very intuitive and sensitive. So she's got very good gut first impressions of people. So her feminine energy is in balance. Her masculine energy, I would say that for her, she's possibly can be a little bit, I don't know, I feel like she could be quiet a lot of the time, but then when she's with her friends and stuff like that, she could be she could like a good old conversation. Most of the people with 3 ones do like to chat a lot, but mainly if they've got lots of numbers on their soul plane. But your mum's only got the 2, so I would say that she probably fluctuates between both of those. Hi to Laura, nice to see you here. And it's Laura Abadansos Santos, yeah, or Santosh. There you go. Your spouse Tony, excellent, in 1947. We'll have a look at his as well as yours, Unity Light as well. Okay, so we can also see for Jean is that she's currently in a universal month, so a personal month cycle 7, which means that, sorry, a personal year cycle 7, which means that there's difficulties around her this year if she's not living her purpose, so it can present itself as a bit of an uncomfortable year of sacrifice and learning through, sacrifice. So, if she struggled during this year through lockdown, you know, again, it could be because she's in her 7th year, and it's only if she's not living her purpose that she'll experience like this. So she might need to make some changes to the way she's doing things in order for her to be able to sort of move with ease and grace into her personal year cycle 8, all right, which is next year for her. But she'll start feeling the influences of that now, because, you know, she's it's nearly her birthday, isn't it? You know, so you might want to think about getting her a personalized Starseed Numerology report as a birthday present, because I think she'd really enjoy it, because that will decode everything from her living name, her peak years of maturity, so we can see what's coming up for her. We can see where she came in from, where her soul originated from after it left source consciousness. So whether she's from the Pleiades or Arcturus or Lyra. So I think that you'd find, well, she'd certainly find that very beneficial. It'll give her all of her colour mirrors influences as well. Now remember, they are still on special in October for only 59 Australian dollars. So if you'd like one of those, then let me know, and I'll pop a link into the comments section for her. Okay. So there you go. So that was Jean's. So how was that? Did that make sense? Is that like her personality blueprint? Because that's what numerology does. Numerology helps us to look at our personality blueprint, our strengths and weaknesses, the best times for us to embark on new projects and ventures, and our soul purpose and origins as well, which is really where it starts getting very, very interesting. So today I'm just looking at your date of birth, but to get a really accurate portrayal of the truth of who you are, you've got to look at your living name chart and your birth chart side by side. So Suzanne says, I need to sleep. It's 1:44 for me, and I need to be up in 6 hours for a class. Would love to stay on and chat. Yeah, no worries at all, Suzanne. You should be definitely asleep. Yeah, definitely. Get a colour mirror for her so she can bathe in it. Interesting as well, you know, we can look at her soul colours and stuff like that, and then often it's a really good opportunity for her to bathe in something that aligns with that. And it's so accurate, yeah. Yeah, I find that people, you know, who are quite sensitive really align with the mirrors, and I feel that they work better on people who've done a lot of personal development as well. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. We're going to go to you, Marie, next. Marie, you were born on the 1st of December, is that, yeah? 1st of December? Or is it the 12th of January? And that's 1960, because I know you do it the other way around in America, don't you, if you're watching from America. But Marie, let me know, is it the 1st of the 12th or the 12th of the 1st? It is the 1st of the 12th, yeah? Great. Lovely. Okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3, a 2, a 9, and a 6. So you're a day number 1 person. So you don't get that many day number 1 people. And that's because, you know, there's only a certain amount of the population that's born on the 1st. That's when the only time you ever have a day number 1. And that's the sun energy. 1 is like the largest planet in our solar system, and it's yellow energy, actually. So you're a leader, okay? So you're definitely a leader. And sometimes you can have your ego, you know, whether that's passive or dominant, that can take control, you know. So it's your male energy. You know, you like to be a leader, you like to have your own company, you want to be your own boss. It's that sort of thing. You know, this beautiful kind of like vibrant yellow, you know, kind of starry qualities there. Your ruling number is a 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. But however, saying that, you're a ruling number 2. So there's a bit of an inner conflict going on for you. So in the same way that you'd like to, you know, to lead, you also like to follow, because the 2 is feminine. So you can see there's a conflict going on there. So your ruling number is your biggest one. So you'd rather be second in command to the boss, rather be the PA to the boss rather than the boss themselves. However, you kind of want to do both. So it's weird. So it might create a little bit of an inner conflict for you. So sometimes you feel second best or not heard, and you're very sensitive and intuitive. So you could be somebody who, you know, sort of gets affected by other people's energies. You can be a bit empathic, is the way it can sometimes manifest. And you're in Sweden. Wow. Okay. Welcome from Sweden, and hello to Root Witch. Nice to see you again. How are you today, Root Witch? Is that how you are, Marie? So sometimes you want to be a leader, and sometimes you just want to be a follower. But yes, the moon energy is the bottle that associates, you know, with ruling number 2 people, and that's this one here. So it's pale blue over royal blue. So it's a beautiful energy, isn't it? Look at that. And actually, you know, that's your tide seasons and cycles. It's the emotional self. It's this, you know, relates to the watery elements. Now, you are quite a creative person. You love the home and family. The 6 is very much about creativity. Your intuition is beautifully balanced. I would say for you as well, again, you might struggle sometimes, you know, with your verbal communication. So sometimes you want to talk, sometimes you don't. It's a similar energy actually to the energy that we did for Jean as well with regards to that. I know blue is very aligned with the 2 people because it's sensitive. It's Mother Mary energy. So it brings in that gorgeous, protective, nurturing energy of either Archangel Michael and his blue cloak and sword, or Mother Mary. And then at the moment, you're in a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So in personal year cycle 9, so don't make any major decisions this year. It's not the right time to do that. Next year, when you move into your 1, fresh new energy comes in. So that's when you'll either be moving house, changing jobs, or changing relationships. So now you can be a little bit skeptical of new things until you get your own proof. So you need to go through your own process of investigation and research before you then take on board new concepts. So you'll be a bit like, oh, I'm not sure, you know, about something if you first hear about it, until your proof is there. And then when it's there, you're like a dogmatic convert. Okay, so Maria, if you want to know more, please make sure you order one of the Starseed Numerology reports, which will unlock the secrets of your unique personality blueprint. It'll look at your soul origin, and it will also look at your star, you know, which star constellation that you came in from. So we can work that out by looking at your numerology and your astrology side by side. And we need to know the position of the sun at the time you were born. So I do need your date, time, and place of birth, plus the name that you prefer to go by. It's not necessarily the name on your birth certificate. Reports take 3 to 5 business days to create because they are handcrafted, not computer generated. So please be patient. All right. Marta, nice to see you, Marta. And whereabouts are you watching from? Oh God, you changed your job and city this year. Okay, interesting. Well, you know what? Sometimes it can happen the year before. It's always advisable to wait. But then, you know, saying that you were born in December, okay? So, you know, that's the interesting thing. So you would have started feeling that energy coming in from your birthday. So that would make sense. Hi to Maddie. Nice to see you, Maddie. How are you today? And Harris Ni Rini. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad that you enjoy my channel, Harris. And you're from Bristol in England. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to move down the line, and I think Unity Light will take a look at you next. Are you still there, Unity Light? If you can just confirm your date of birth, you're the 13th of March, 1992. Okay? And then we'll have a look at Tony's from Laura. And we'll go through and I'll have a look at Marta's and Marie, Harris. We'll have a look at all of you today. Okay, so are you still there, Unity Light? Unity Light. And that's the 13th of the 4th. While I'm waiting for you to respond, might just go have a look at the next one down. And we'll go to Laura. Laura's Tony. All right, so Tony was born on the 19th of June, 1947. Oh, yeah, you are still there. Great. Okay, I'll come to you afterwards. Okay, so Tony. So Tony is got a 4, 1, 9, 7, 6, and 2 ones. So again, a day number 10 with a ruling number 9, 10, 21, 27, 37, another 10, 10. So again, you know, this energy of the 10, 10. So, you know, again, he's a leader, but he's got a soft feminine power. So he's a manifester, you know, he's got the Wheel of Fortune energy, which is his big influence. It's his day number and his ruling number. So that's this one here. And this relates to past life during times of ancient Egypt as well. So it's gold over olive green, the Wheel of Fortune. That's big energy for him. So, you know, it's about authentic power, soft feminine power. that comes up. Now, he's somebody who is very practical. So he's a doing person. So, you know, he likes the material aspects of life. He's very, you know, sort of active. He loves active participation in life, very physical, practical, or, you know, he aligns with the third dimensional stuff. Hi, Celicia. Nice to see you. Now, on the same side, you know, he's a bit shut down emotionally because he is quite hypersensitive. So he gets easily hurt. So he's got a weak soul protection. So sometimes the way that can manifest is that they shut down their emotions a little bit. So it could be that that's the way he rolls. He's a very wise guy, and he's also quite a creative. So I feel like he would be good, like with creating things with his hands. So I don't know whether that's woodwork or carpentry or, you know, just doing things quite practical and creative at the same time. But he loves his home and his family. When he lives negatively, he can be a little bit prone to being a bit of a worrywart. But he's definitely a leader, you know, so he needs to have his own business, and hopefully he would have had his own business, you know, like and has his own business. He's probably still got it. Yeah, so he's in a personal year cycle, 5, 10, 11, 21 in a 3. So it's a really good year for him to learn something new this year, okay? So he needs to learn something new, whether that's because his mind is activated. You see, the 3 is the left brain and it stimulates the left brain. So he's really, really able to, you know, hold on to information this year. And so some training could be very beneficial for him. Hey, Pamela, how are you? It's nice to see you. I got your message through earlier, and that's absolutely fine. I've scheduled it into the diary for October the 15th to have a discovery call with you, and we can talk about all of your hopes and dreams during that discovery call. No problem at all. And hello to Ben Treeboys as well. And you're Anthony Benjamin Trevino, born in 79. And I'm glad that you appreciate my work, Ben. That's awesome. Lovely. Okay, so I'll have a look at yours as well for you, Ben, today. So stick around. I'll do some insights for you and see what's going on for you. Now, I want to go back up now to Unity Light. Okay, Unity Light. So Unity Light is the 13th of the 4th. 13th of the 4th, 1992. I'll call you Unity. So you've got 2, 3, 4, and 2 9s. Day number 4, and a ruling number 9, 10, 19, 21, 25, 28, 29. Okay, so you're 29, 11. Okay, so Unity, first thing I can say to you is you're ruling number 11. So you are here for a spiritual purpose. You're here to guide humanity forward into the new emerging golden age. So what you do. So you are a sensitive, intuitive, quite psychic, you know, possibly quite clairvoyant. But you've chosen a very difficult life experience this time round. So your soul wanted to have a swift evolution during this life experience. So it might have chosen more than a lot of other people to experience some challenges, so that it could have that, you know, sort of evolution of soul. So it's the path of the Olympic spiritual athlete. The 29 energy is a difficult vibration. So you've got to learn to, you know, forgive yourself, look at your black and your white, your right and your wrong, and all of this sort of stuff. And actually realize and recognize that this is your last look at issues of separation. Okay. Excellent. So Laura says, he loves to write. He is learning a new business. You're right. Excellent. Thank you. Brilliant. I'm really pleased to hear that, because I feel like it would be very beneficial. He's a very good manifester. So I feel like whatever he does, whatever he put, if I was to give him lemons, he'll make lemonade. That's the sort of energy that he's got. He'll be able to make anything work. Okay. So Unity, you're a day number 4 person, so you're quite practical as well and good with your hands. You know, you like the material aspects of life. So, you know, you're almost like following the magenta path. Your 11 is more violet, you know, which is more spiritual, and your 4 is more red energy, you know, which is connected to the physical. So when you blend those two worlds together, you know, it's almost like you can bring the spiritual into mainstream. So I feel for you, you've got an inherent love of order. This is the arrow of the planner, the 1, 2, and 3. So you like to know what's coming next in your life. So you like to have a strategy, like a tick list. You are somebody very intuitive and sensitive with a vivid imagination and memory. And again, you're very ambitious too. So I feel like for you, you're very ambitious, but you do have to work harder than a lot of other people because your 13 is a karmic number, which means that you do the hard yards, but other people might get things handed to them on a plate, or born with a silver spoon in their mouth. You, on the other hand, have to work for everything that you get, but you like those nice house, nice car, and all of that. Yeah. So it is, it can be quite difficult to accumulate and then maintain, because again, whatever you acquire, you might have to let go of, because the 4 is Uranus energy, which is the planet of the future, which is about letting go of old people, structures, beliefs, patterns, all of that stuff in your life that no longer serves you, so that you can pave the way for the new emerging golden age. All right, so that's just what it's all about. So hopefully that's made sense. And you're in a personal year cycle 5, 9, 10, 13. You're in a 4. So it's a trough year of consolidation. We travel in 9-year cycles in numerology, and we go through peaks and troughs. In a 4, it's a trough year of consolidation. So make sure that you look after your physical body. Make sure you conserve your resources, because you're going to need the energy for the remaining 5 years of your 9-year cycle. Okay. So leave a few comments and let me know what you thought. If that hit the nail on the head, let me know. And again, if you want more information, feel free to reach out. The Starseed Numerology reports are on special in October for only 59 Australian dollars. So get into it. All right. There you go. So I'm going to have a look next at, I actually want to come to you next, Ben. Ben, let's have a look and see what's going on for you. So Ben, you were born on the 23rd of the 4th, 1979. And where are you watching from, Ben? There you go. All right, so let's have a look and see how things are going for you. So you're quite a practical guy as well. And you got the 2 9s, the 1, the 2, 3, and a 4. Okay, so Ben, you find it sometimes a little bit difficult communicating how you feel, because you don't really know how you feel a lot of the time. So there is a restriction around the verbal communication skills. You've got an inherent love of order as well. So you've got this arrow of the planner. So you like to know what's coming next. You like to have a strategy. You're quite, process orientated, but you're also very, very practical. So you're a doing person who likes active participation in life. So you're good with your hands, you're quite practical. You like the material aspects. But more than anything else, I mean, you're a day number 5, you love freedom. So you don't like being restricted or feeling restricted. And if any part of you wants to hide, it can make your life quite difficult, because this is mercurial energy. 5 relates to freedom, communication, versatility, and Mercury, the planet Mercury, which is all about expression and verbal self-expression. So, you really do have to try and master that. You are very ambitious, and you've got a great depth of wisdom about you as well, and you like to be of service and help people. You're quite idealistic though, so you tend to look at the world through rose-colored spectacles a little bit, which can sometimes be a little bit of a challenge. There you go. So Unity Sec, it was awesome. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. What's your name, by the way, Unity? There you go. So Root Witch says, off topic question, what are your thoughts on RH negative blood? And do you think that blood is ET? Yeah, I do actually. It's an interesting question, actually. I think it's connected to the Draconians. The Alpha Draconians would normally have the RH negative blood type. Yeah, so they're the reptilian ones, the Earth's ruling cabal. Yeah. So if anyone's got RH negative blood type, chances are you're a reptilian. So Ben, you are a ruling number 9, 10, 19, 26, 26, 33, 34, 35, and a ruling number 8. So you're very organized. You've got a great sense of organization, very independent. You like to be in control. So Ben, for you, you make a good money manager. You make a good manager in general, but you are quite process driven. So you like to know, you like things done properly. So, you know, you can be a little bit controlling. So one of your lessons would be to surrender and open your heart and get out and go off and explore the world and meet new people and do this. You'd probably be an independent traveler, you know, somebody who is like to go off around the world, but you'd rather not go in a couple. You'd rather just go by yourself, and you'd plan your route out. You know, you'd make sure that you know exactly where you're going, and actually you'd be doing all sorts of stuff as well. Because I feel like there's a lot of Lyran energy, or even possibly Andromedan energy that comes in for you. So Celicia says, "Can I have a reading for my dad?" Yep, I can have a look at that as well for sure. Your personal year cycle that you're in at the moment, Ben, is a 5, 9, 10, 11, 14. Okay, so you're in a 5. So again, this is the perfect year for doing all of that. You know, so if you've been feeling cooped up by COVID lockdowns and stuff, well, as soon as your 5 comes in, you start feeling a little bit freer. So you might be planning a trip. You know, you might want to go out and do more things, whereas before you might have been locked up if you had to be. Okay, so Ben, leave a few comments. Let me know what you thought of that. But you do, you know, you like active participation in life. I can see you out and about a lot in the world, exploring, planning things out. Very ambitious, though, you know. And I feel like, you know, the material aspects of life are definitely something that would appeal to you. So this was Ben. I'm going to have a look next at Maddie. Okay, so Maddie, born on the 20th of the 12th. 1982. All right, Maddie. Whereabouts are you in the world, Maddie? Let me know where you're at. And if you're watching this video and you're enjoying it, please like it and share it with your friends and family and people that you care about, you think would benefit from having a reading and insights with me today. Make sure you subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already done so, and click the bell for future notifications so you never miss one of my live videos. So, Maddie, you're very sensitive and you're very intuitive. Okay, very actually, because you've got 3 2s in your chart. And you also had difficulties during childhood. So, it could have been your mum and dad separated, or there was challenges around growing up feeling like you didn't fit in. And this can also manifest as difficulties within your adult relationships as well. There you go. So, in the Netherlands, welcome from the Netherlands. And hello to Cookies Inc. Nice to see you here today. Where are you watching from, Cookies? So Maddie, you're a day number 2. Now, can we see in Maddie's chart, she's got lots of 2 energy. So the 2 is feminine. So you're very empathic. You might take on board other people's emotions. You probably love animals and children, old people, but you can be quite empathic and quite sensitive and intuitive. So, you know, this can often border on being overly sensitive. So you feel like you're not heard or you're second best. Because the day number 2 people would rather be second in command rather than the boss. They'd rather be the PA. Yeah, it's very true, is it? Yeah. You are independent and you're quite organized, you know, so you like to have a methodical approach to your life, and you recognize that your future needs to be built on solid foundations. Okay, so that's how you roll. All right, you like all of that. Also, you know, what we can see here is your communication skills are very good. You are a little bit skeptical you know, with new concepts until you get your own proof. When you get your own proof, it's almost like you become an avid convert. So this is called the arrow of the inquirer, and it sometimes, well, usually manifests itself as skepticism. Okay, so you just have to sort of, you know, go through, you know, you won't suffer fools, and you won't take on board everybody's ideas until you've got your proof in it. Now, your ruling number is a 9, 10, 18, 9, 22, 23, 24, 25. So you're a ruling number 7. So you do have a few trust issues, fear of betrayal, but you like to explore the deeper meaning behind life. So like you like to look at the mysteries, illusions, miracles, magic, and faith of life. And you like to learn through your own experiences. So no one can tell you how to live your life. You've got to do it your own way. You like to look at what lays beneath the surface, you know, so you're interested in the subconscious mind. So often, you know, you might become a good teacher, or you might be exploring the soul through hypnotherapy, for example. This sort of stuff would be really beneficial for you. So yeah, you are a very sensitive empath, and the 7 energy is Neptune. So Neptune is this bottle here, which is turquoise over turquoise, which is Atlantean wisdom, soul wisdom that comes from Atlantis. So for you, I feel there's lots of blue and turquoise energy. So it's very watery, it's very emotional, it's very subconscious. Again, something like the colour mirrors system for you, Maddie, would be a brilliant modality to add to your business practice, because it would help you to understand what's going on for people consciously and subconsciously. Okay, so if you're working, you know, in your chosen occupation, which should really be counselling, I think about that as a soul growth exercise. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that was Maddie. I want to go to Margot. Are you there, Margot? And Ben, what did you think of your reading, mate? Did it make sense for you? Oh, cool. So hypnotherapy has helped you to heal. Good. You see, hypnotherapy is a brilliant tool, but I feel like for you, you could actually practice it yourself as well, because it's very much sensitive. You're very sensitive, actually. Maybe your mum and dad separated when you were growing up and things like that, and maybe there's difficulties within your adult relationships. You need to learn to let go and stop trying to be in control all the time as well. Am I making sense to everybody? Now, has anyone got any questions at all at the moment? Any questions that you would like me to answer? And I'm more than happy to answer anybody's questions. Margot, are you still there? I'll have a look at yours next, Margot, if you like. Yeah, just let me know if you've got any questions with regards to anything, really. I'm open to have a chat with you about any questions you've got about life, the universe, you know, how you feel, all of this sort of stuff, really. Because what we do here at the Dreamtime Academy is we help you to find purpose on your journey, and we do that by helping the soul to reawaken to its truth, you know, which is about exploring the deeper meaning behind life, so you can find more freedom, faith, and fulfillment. You know, so it's a very much a process of going in to be able to remember, you know, the truth of who you are and what you came here to do. And it all starts with a Starseed Numerology report. Okay, so that is based around your date of birth. So if you'd like one of those on special 59 Australian dollars, they will blow your mind, and possibly your socks and hat off as well. All right. So okay, so Rootwitch says, I am RH negative, and so am I reptilian? Then what does that really mean, I wonder? Well, a lot of us are reptilian. I mean, we've all got a reptilian part of our minds, okay? It's our fear response. But don't get all paranoid about it, because there's a lot of nice reptilians out there as well as dodgy ones. It's like there's good and bad in every race, isn't there? So first things first is I would probably be inclined to get a Starseed Numerology report so I can confirm whether that is the case for you. Chances are, if you are RH negative, then you are, but we can look at it and confirm it through your report. Oh no, you got no notification again, April. That sucks, doesn't it? There you go. So Maddie's like, thank you very much. I'm very unhappy with my career path, trying to figure out how and what at the moment. If you need help with that, again, you know, I help people find purpose on their journey. So it might be a beneficial step. Well, it will be a beneficial step for you to get your report done, because that will give you clues as to what your soul really wanted for you during this life experience. Okay. Okay, so Margot, are you still there, lovely? What, Margot? Cookies, we can have a look at you as well. Cookies, you were born on the 17th of June, 1987. What's your real name, Cookies? The 17th of the 6th, 1987. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 6, 7, 9, 1. Okay, cool. So you're a day number 8, Cookies, and you're a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 19, 25, 31, 38, 39, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're a ruling number 3. Oh, it's so annoying, isn't it? So every time you accept cookies on a website, they never show up. There you go. You're talking about cookies ink, or you're talking about cookies, the other sort of cookies. There you go. Oh, you shared the birthday with cookies. Oh, well, that's cool. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Pamela says that I highly recommend the Starseed Numerology report. They are great. They are great. You know, they are a schmick product, I must admit, because they are handcrafted, you see. They're not computer generated. So each one is very, very unique. And it's like a roadmap to your life. You know, your strengths and weaknesses, your shadows, how best to overcome them. It goes into all of it so that you can live a really abundant and prosperous life. When you know what you're here to do, you can get on and do it, you see. Cookies are everywhere, you're right. So this one then would be aligned with Marta and cookies, yeah? So Marta as well, because she's got the same birthday. Is it exactly the same birthday, Marta? 17th of June, 1980. Oh, you're 1985, but the same day, yeah? Okay, so it would be different for you, Marta, but interesting that you've got the same birthday, isn't it? Oh, it was a joke, was it? I'm a bit slow today. Okay, so cookies. What we can see for you is you're a day number 8 person, so you're very organized. You are somebody who's quite methodical with how you go about your day-to-day business, and also independent as well. The 8s like to be in control. You know, control is your thing, and you know, you make a good manager. Now, you are quite sociable when you're living positively, and you like to be involved in community-based projects. You're probably inspired by writing or music or lyrics, you know, and but you can suffer from low self-confidence, low self-esteem as well, because the 3 is Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is this bottle in the color mirrors, and it's coral energy, which is, you know, Jupiter's the largest planet, so it wants expansion, and so do you, but you have to learn to love and accept all aspects of yourself and avoid playing the shadow of the prostitute, which is like where you give up just before the miracles arrive, you know. So the 3 energy really is your want and desire and soul's urge for expansion, and you like to do that in a very sort of independent way. You are somebody who's always on the go as well. You've got this arrow here of activity, which means that you've got it's like a suppression of nervous energy. So it's almost like you are always wanting to be here, there, everywhere, doing lots and lots of different things with different people, and always on the go. So you need to surround yourself with very, very calm, relaxing company, and that will really help you to chill out. Okay. So Marta, that would apply for you as well, being a day number 8 person. Okay. The ruling, we don't know what ruling number you are, Marta, until we look at yours, but the day number influence is definitely going to be the same as well. Nice to see you, Leela Stardoll. Okay, so this is Cookies, all right? So Cookies is born in 87. So yours, Marta, would be 2 less than that. So you would be a ruling number 10, all right? 18, sorry, 8, 9, 10, 14, 24, 32, 37. Yeah, so you're a ruling number 10. So Marta's a ruling number 10, whereas Cookies is a ruling number 3. So Marta, if we look at yours synchronistically, the difference between you and Cookies is that you've got a very soft feminine energy that can never be abused. So you're a leader. Okay, so you're somebody who wants to be able to be a manifester, a conscious manifester of your own life experience. So you'd make a really good independent manager of your own company. I think that would really work for you. Again, you know, always on the go. You love the home as well, though. You know, the home and family, and you're quite creative. Both of you are very creative beings, and your verbal communication skills are very good. So you're good listeners and being good talkers, but you can both react with emotional situations instead of responding to them, because you don't really know how you feel. There's no 5 here, which is the center of the emotional plane. That's not the same for you, Marta, because that would give you that arrow here, which is called the arrow of determination. Okay, so that would mean that for you, you know, you've got a great persistence in your life to be able to achieve your goals and dreams. Get me doing 2 at the same time. Can you Adam and Steve it? There you go. So Guy, nice to see you. Hello, lovely. My son's 3rd birthday is the 3rd of October, so he's a lovely Libran. He told me he is coming 3 months before I got pregnant, and he spoke gibberish language, which made sense in my dreams. Do you know what? It's the second time I've heard somebody say that to me, that their sons or daughters made themselves known to them and in their dream state. Yeah, so it can happen. Yeah, it's very powerful and activated, multi-dimensional being. A lot of that generation are, 2018. So he's only 3. But the Rainbow Kids, they come in without any karma. They come in, into functional families. They come directly through from source consciousness or directly through from their star constellation. So they come in from either directly through from the Pleiades. They haven't incarnated on the Earth plane before. It's all of this sort of stuff. You are very determined to get what you want. Yeah. So Cookies, hopefully you don't feel like Marta's hijacking your reading, but it does apply to both of you, this. A lot of the things. Obviously, with Marta, she hasn't got the arrow of activity. So, like you, Cookies, you're always on the go. There you go. So it says it sounds quite correct. All right. And then at the moment, you are in a 5, or you're both actually in a 8, 9, 10, 14, 19. You're both in a personal year cycle 1. So both of you have entered the same personal year cycle at the same time, which is fresh new energy coming in. The one is about, moving house, changing jobs, changing relationships, feeling like you want to, do something new. It's new beginnings. So use the energy wisely, and it will really help you get to where you need to get to. Yeah. Definitely, you're always on the go, Cookies. Hey, always on the go. For you, I feel like there's Lyran energy around you. So it's like this energy that always wants to be doing. The Lyrans they govern the base chakra, which is our activity, energy, mobility. And often they just want to get out into the world as red energy. Yeah. So that was Marta and Cookies. Hello, Leela. Leela, do you want to leave your date of birth? And Guy, if you want me to have a look at your date of birth as well, please let me know. Is there anybody that's watching that hasn't had their insights yet today and has been sitting there patiently and thinks, oh my God, what's wrong with Hayden? He's ignoring me. Is there anyone who's feeling like that, who feels like they've not been heard? If that's you, then please leave your date of birth in the comments section. I'm going to pick a card out for you, actually, Guy. This is a card for your multi-dimensional 2018 sun, Osho. All right. So the crystals started coming in 1990, and the rainbows was more recently 2010. But all the indigos and the crystals have the propensity to become rainbows, depending on how much they evolve their souls during their life experience. Okay. You're very welcome, Cookies. Yeah, you're very, very welcome indeed. Hopefully it's made good sense to you. And if you want to know more, remember, Cookies, the Starseed Numerology reports will unlock the secrets of your unique personality blueprint. They'll look at your strengths and weaknesses, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures, your soul's origin and mission, where your soul came in from after it left source consciousness, and also your peak years of maturity, in which you've got 4, which are quite predictive about what you've got coming up into the rest of your life experience. So they are quite, sort of aligned to your future and your past phases. And also your soul urge number, which is your deepest inner soul yearning, and your outer expression number. It'll look at all of this. So that's how you appear to the outside world. So they are like a roadmap to your future, but I do need your date, time, and place of birth, and your living name, which is the name that you like to go by, not necessarily the name that's on your birth certificate. And they're only 59 Australian dollars as well. They're on special at the moment until the end of October. All right, so get in whilst you can. Like a roadmap, exactly. And Martha says, thank you very much. It was very accurate. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Okay, so this one is for Osho. Okay, so Osho, a new earth. Okay, so a new earth. And you're right what you're saying about Osho. He's here to bring in the new earth energies. So these are the star seeds. These are the holders. They're the holders of the vision of the golden age of Aquarius. So they come in purely just to envision the ascension, the new earth coming in. So, and it's a reminder that it's happening. You know, it is happening. This is happening right now. You know, we've all been called in from all corners of the universe to be able to help the Earth as she evolves, you know, and ascends into the fifth dimension. We'll have a look at Colin Nair, Salisha, shall we? Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look at Colin. And who is Colin? Is Colin your dad, Salisha? There you go. You're confirming my ideas. Good. Good. That's really powerful. Okay, so the 1st of the 1st, 1959. And this is for Colin. So he's a very determined character, old Colin. Look, you can see that because the only numbers that he's got in his chart create the arrow of determination. So this is like great persistence in his life to achieve his goals and dreams. Now he's a leader as well because his day number is a 1, born on the 1st, which is the sun energy, which is yellow over yellow. So a little bit of ego there, you know, that could maybe do with a bit of, you know, sort of tapering sometimes. Very wise, feels things very intensely. I feel like he can be quite a chatterbox as well, you know, I do. And he's a ruling number 9, 10, 19, 24, 25, 26. So he's an 8. So he's he's very methodical, you know, he's a manager, he's a leader, he is he recognizes his future needs to be built on solid foundations. Okay, so he's prepared to do the hard yards in order to build, but he's very, very persistent and determined, isn't he? So Pamela says, could you pull a card for my son Isaac, please? He is Arcturian and has never incarnated here before. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, and thank you very much. Maddie, how did you know my ruling number was a 9? 999. That's one of my numbers, that. So well done and well recognized there, yeah? Okay, so Pamela, this is for Isaac. It's interesting, Pamela, actually, because I was doing a meditation a few days ago, and in the meditation I was asking, there was somebody trying to communicate with me, and I said, what's your name? And they said Isaac, and Isaac has just come through there as well. So I don't know, there's some sort of connection there, I think. Okay, so let's have a look. Yeah, because I thought it's interesting that I'm getting the name Isaac, because it's not like the sort of name that comes to you all the time, is it? Okay, so this is cracked open. So rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So Isaac maybe is reaching that point in his life where he's going through difficult times, but it might be because it needs to all crack open. All right. And actually, funny, you know, my sister, when she had her awakening, she said she heard a crack in her head. And then all of a sudden, you know, she kind of became who she is today, which is a very happy person, but she's very struggling up until that point. So, you know, this is like, you know, Isaac maybe just needs to be able to surrender to the magic of life, the alchemy of life, you know, and just stop trying to force things into existence, just allow things to unfold organically, and just, you know, recognize that we all go through an awakening. Well, hopefully we get the opportunity to, you know, but the awakening process can feel really daunting. It can feel like your whole world's coming to an end. It can feel like, for me, for example, I used to work in IT recruitment for 15 years. And I never enjoyed it. And I was just doing it because I thought that's what I had to do, because my parents taught me you must work hard for a living doing something you don't want to do. So that's what I did. And then I realized that I had to be cracked open. I had to sort of like reinvent myself, and went back to the stuff that I was interested in when I was in my adolescence. And this is sometimes what takes place. So Guy says, my elder son got very excited you talking his brother. He wants me to inform you of his date of birth. What's your oldest son called? Oh, you're very welcome, Maddie. I'm glad that you enjoy it. And have you watched all of my videos on YouTube yet? There's over 200 videos on my channel now that have obviously been contributed to over the last 5 years or something like that. But there's so much wisdom on there, not only about starseeds, but also about personal development stuff and readings and all sorts of stuff. So you can learn heaps just by going through the videos on my channel. So he's the 6th of the 3rd, 2009. Oh, bless him. Now, he's thinks a lot. So he's got an overactive mind. Can you see that? So all of his numbers on the mind plane there. So he's very creative. Okay, so his day number is 6. He loves his home and his family. He's very sensitive. You know, he's quite it's like that Libran energy that comes in even though he's not a Libran. It's like he likes balance and harmony in his relationships and at home. He likes his home, but he likes being creative at home as well. But he's very switched on. He thinks a lot, you know, so his mind is very active. So he probably's got a better long-term memory than short-term memory. Okay, so he thinks he's quite imaginative, very creative. He's got a lot of wisdom as well. So she says, I have the Crystal Moldavite. Any advice how you should use it? It's a small one. Is it good for me? Celicia, Moldavite is an extraterrestrial meteorite that kind of hit the Earth. And actually, Moldavite is an interesting one because it was a long time ago now, like a spaceship was trying to come into the Earth's atmosphere with full of like the Galactic Federation of like Pleiadians and all sorts. And it was infiltrated because the beings that were on Earth at the time were the Draconians and didn't want them to come in to bring light to this dark corner of the universe. So they basically exploded the spaceship, and as it transcended to Earth, it ended up in parts of Eastern Europe, and it manifested as Moldavite. Okay, so it's part of a sort of like a space comet, but it was actually a light body spacecraft. So that's Moldavite. So Moldavite, when we use it, it helps us open the heart, but we have to be very careful and not use too much of it. So yes, have it with you, but don't wear it on you all the time. Good. I'm glad you've been binge watching. That's really good. Now, he is very sensitive as well. So yeah, your son here is quite a sensitive little starseed too, because the 2 energy, but he's not very practical, you know. So he's got the arrow of disorder, which is no numbers on the physical plane. So, you know, again, you might need to encourage him to be a bit more practical and to take action on things because he's very much in his head. He's a thinker. Now he's so you got the 9, 10, 11, 11, 14, 14, 20. So yeah, a ruling 2, sensitive little starseed, sensitive little home-based starseedy sort of thing. Lovely little energy that's coming through from him. It often feels not heard or feels second best, likes to be in partnerships. So we like to be with his mummy quite a lot. So sorry, I'm talking to you as if you're 12, aren't you? You're like 12 or 13 years old. So sorry, you're not a kid. Well, you sort of are, but you're not. All right. So Antlin, I have a fun birthday, the 9th of the 9th, 1962. Antlin, yeah, it is an interesting one, isn't it? And hello to Sage Pepper. Nice to see you here today. Brilliant. Sage Pepper. Moldavite ain't no joke. Ain't you got that? Damn right. It's yeah, it's a powerful, powerful crystal, that. And if you ever want to know more about Moldavite, read a book called Ultraringa by Valerie Barrow, and that will explain the story that I've just spoken to you about. Okay, and the origins of Moldavite. It's Anastasia from Facebook. Yes, hello, Anastasia. Good to see you. Very nice to see you here today. How are you? So Antlin's given us her birth chart here. So you got 3 9s, a 6, a 2, and a 1. So you're a day number 9, a ruling number 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 27, 36. Okay, so you're a ruling 9 and a day number 9. All those 9s, Mars, Mars, Mars. You need to do and say what needs doing and saying instead of being meek and mild and getting angry and frustrated. That's the first thing to remember about you, because number 9 in the color mirrors system is this bottle here, which is called Mars. Now, just to look at this when you see it, what does it make you think of? fire energy. It's red over orange. Look how powerful that is. So the nines are here to, they're here to be able to help to heal. So you're a humanitarian. You want to help people. You're very wise, and sometimes nines go into either healing or counseling, that type of thing. So that's really what you're all about. And plus you've got all of this nine here energy too. So, you're here to be of service. You are creative. You love the home and family, very beautifully intuitive, perfectly balanced intuition. And also, you've got this 1-1 here as well, which is your verbal communication skills. And what that means for you is like you struggle a little bit to communicate how you feel, all right? So, because you don't know how you feel. So there is restriction around the threat. So you need to make sure that you learn how to speak up. Say how you feel at the time it needs to be said and done, instead of getting angry and frustrated. Because obviously red energy in color therapy, the negative aspect is the victim and anger as well, So it's like playing the role of the victim, being the rescuer that ends up getting abused. Don't try and do that. Thank you very much, Guy, for that, by the way. That's a very sweet 10 energy coming in there. And the 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, which is all about abundance manifestation. So thank you very much. I genuinely appreciate that small contribution. Your son Gage says thank you. Good. Yeah, the best way to find out your starseed origins for your sons is to get your starseed numerology report, because it is a craft to be able to find the answers to that. We have to look at the position of their sun in their astrological chart at the time they were born, also looking at that with their numerology and their color influences, and that will do it. So that's what I would recommend. I'll pop the link in again for you there, and that's where you can order their reports through a secure portal. So that's through my online shop, okay, at dreamtimeacademy.com.au. I'll need their dates, times, and places of birth to be able to get all the information for you. And that'll also help you to be able to best understand how you can support them as their mother during their life experience. Okay. Hey, JJKC, nice to see you. Where are you watching from, JJ? Did that make sense for you, Antlin? And you're in a personal year cycle 14, 2023, in a 5. So freedom is your dominant intention this year. Get out and travel, go and explore, meet different cultures, different people, different places. Don't stay inside the home. It's your time for feeling, freedom of expression. Surround yourself with people who want you to open up and communicate who they are in life. So it's Janelle. Nice to see you, Janelle. And you were born on the 17th of November, 1980. It's your first time catching a live. You always normally miss it. Oh, Janelle. Well, you're here now in Taiwan, and I can definitely have a look at what's coming up for you next. So Rebecca H. Hi, Hayden. I'm in Australia too. What is your opinion on how much numerology changes when your surname changes through your parents' choices or a new marriage? Do you evolve with your new name? Great question. Oh my God, it's your first time catching a live as well. So Rebecca, the question is good. Now, what happens is when we change our names through marriage, it does change our vibration. Yes, of course it does. Because but more the professional life rather than the personal life. So if you think about your living name in numerology, we look at the living name as being your first name, your Christian name. So for you, like Janelle, it would be Janelle. For Maddie, it would be Maddie. If you want me to look at your professional experience, I would look at your first name and your surname. So of course it changes the vibration completely. If you change your first name, it will. I know a lady who changed her name from Lorraine to Marie, and her complete name turned around because it changes the vibration of the soul urge and the outer expression number. So the way you're perceived by the outside world, but also what you want to learn from that moment in your life onwards as well. Yeah. So it's a very good question. And thank you so much, Auntie Lynn. More 999 energy. You guys are being generous today. I'm loving it. It's very, very sweet of you. Very, very sweet, Auntie Lynn. And I'm glad that it's made sense for you. All those nines for you, absolutely. 3 nines and 2 nines. Are you a healer? Are you working in healing? Let me know. If you're not, you're probably not a very good money manager, are you, Lynn? That's the thing about the nines. They're far more suited to celestial work than they are corporate. So it's Janelle Joyce. Is that why you call yourself JJ? Yeah. So Janelle, let's have a look. So Janelle, you were born on the 17th of November, 1980. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got the 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9. Cool. Okay. So day number 8, a ruling number 9, 10, 89, 27, 28, a ruling number 10. Okay. So Janelle. Oh, interesting, April. Yeah. There you go. Valerie Barrow, she's awesome. Like I think she's in her like late 80s, but she's so switched on, and she's an Andromedan. She's called Andromeda Val, and she's aligned with the Ascended Master Cosmic Sai Baba. Very, very interesting lady indeed. Okay, so Janelle born day number 8. So again, the 8, remember, is a number of organization and independence and control. So these are big aspects for you. It's like a secondary influence within your birth chart, the 8 there. So you are methodical, process driven. You like to do things properly in order to be able to achieve the things that you want in your life. So you're prepared to wait for your manifestations to come in, because you are a manifester. The day number 10 people can be a bit superficial with their friends because they don't really want people knowing what's going on for them emotionally, but they do make great leaders, managers, business owners, that sort of thing. And of course, you're quite an independent lady as well. You should think about having your own business. You're always on the go as well. You've got the arrow of activity. So you, again, are somebody with a suppression of nervous energy. So you are always wanting to do things, be with different people, go with different places, be involved with lots of different things. And then so you need to surround yourself with very relaxing, peaceful company in order for you to kind of slow down. Okay. Oh, there you go. So you are an empath and you can read energy like a book. You would be able to, for sure, Aunt Lynn. Yeah, definitely. With all that 9, very, very wise. You're like a wise owl, aren't you? Definitely. And you just got your Moldavite. Yeah, Moldavite is becoming very, very popular on the planet right now because people are understanding its association with the extraterrestrials and the Galactic Federation of Light. When we hold it, we can receive information very clearly through from our Pleiadian star families, and also, like your Andromedan or Sirian or Lyran or Orion. It'll tap you into any of those, but it's good for clearing discordant energies as well. Okay. Yeah, you just listened to the interview I did with her on my channel. Yeah, I'm really pleased that you did. Yeah, because she's really, really awesome. So Rebecca said, I've started writing and singing songs with a friend and studying end of life doula work. And I'm seeing 4 for 4 and 2 to 2 a lot. All of a sudden, mostly 4 for 4. I wonder which thing to focus on more. Haha. Ooh. I'm sure you'll be guided. Yeah. If you're seeing the 4 for 4, it's time to do the practical stuff. So it's taking action and building. All right. The 4 is an angelic number. When it's tripled like that, it's like, take action. Take action. Don't just think about it. Do it. Be organized. So you were told that you're an empath, but don't really know how to control it. Look, the thing is about you, there was difficulties for you during childhood, Janelle. So, maybe your mum and dad separated. Also issues within adult relationships because you are so independent and you struggle to communicate how you feel. All right. So you don't know how you feel. So you isolate yourself a little bit as well. You're in a 5, 6, 7. 7 and 7 is 14. 15, 6. So the home and family are important this year. Be creative at home this year. It's your opportunity to redecorate or reinvent the way that you look. Change your hair, change your clothes, do something new. But you might be more prone to being a little bit suffering more from anxiety or suffering from I don't know, like worry more this year if you're living negatively. Because remember, all colours and numbers have both positive and negative aspects. So it depends on how you're experiencing your life, whether you feel the influence is positive or negative. It's very accurate, yeah? Good. Good. I'm going to go to Rebecca next, and then I'll have a look at your daughters, Maddie. Rebecca, so since you're new in the live environment, I'm happy to take a look at your date of birth. So leave your date of birth for me. There you go. So Anthony said, I had a dream in which I was told that I was one of the light bearers on Lyra before it was destroyed. I'm a warrior soul who doesn't believe in war. Beautiful. I love that, Antlin. Definitely feel resonance with that for you. Yeah. Well, you think about Lyra governs the base chakra and there's all this red energy with your nines. That would make perfect sense for you. You're definitely a spiritual warrior. Okay, so Rebecca, you were born on the 14th of the 11th, 1991. The 1111 is a sign of the ascension. So when you start seeing that, it's like the bridge is opening up for you. Yeah, it's a classic sign, the 1111. It's like the 11 is the ascension. It's the light coming from heaven to earth. And it's duality. It represents duality. So the state that we exist on the earth, because we have day and night on the earth, good and bad. So the 1111 is like, okay, so it's this spiritual master number which aligns with the heavens. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, you got 5 ones, Rebecca. That's pretty rare. You're an anomaly. Rebecca, you're an enigma. Okay, so you're a day number 5, and you're a ruling number 9, 10, 22, 26, 27. So you're a ruling number 9 like me. Again, what we can see here is, Rebecca, you've got no numbers on your soul plane, the emotional plane. So it means you've got a weak soul protection. So you get easily hurt. All right. So you've got to make sure that you protect yourself really from other people's discordant energies. This can often mean that you can put on a bit of a poker face and detach a little bit and maybe get misunderstood sometimes, and you can isolate yourself as well. You struggle a lot to be able to communicate how you feel. All right, you might be able to write better than you can talk how you feel. So Rebecca says, I've been told that I'm from Orion originally, but my Akashic record reading, they immediately wanted to know I was a master energy manipulator and Andromedan. No idea what to do with that. We'd need to check through doing a Starseed Numerology report, but the energy that I'm feeling with you is Andromedan as well. The reason being is the Andromedans are lovers of freedom, and your day number is a 5. And the 5 is all about freedom, communication, and versatility. So you like freedom. You don't like being restricted. And that's the biggest thing for them. So they feel free by rediscovering their inner wisdom. So for you, I would say that you're a healer, but you like to be free. You like to be able to, you don't want any part of you to hide. You've got to make sure that you speak up when you need to speak up instead of holding it in and getting angry and frustrated. You're somebody who could be like a psychotherapist. You've got a great depth of wisdom. You're very, like the counseling aspect is there. Quite idealistic, and you can be a bit skeptical. So try and curve, your inclination to want to be skeptical, of new concepts. Just be open until you get your own proof. When you get your own proof, you become an avid convert. There you go. So oddly, I have no fire in my chart. I'm all water, grand trine, and earth. A tiny bit of air, poof of air. I always say I'm the cosmic mudslide. I reckon. Yeah, it's so interesting that's the case, Antlin, isn't it? And Guy says, hi Hayden, please can you read my date of birth if possible? I am surely feeling in between worlds. Just want some confirmation from you. Yes, of course, I'll have a look at that for you, Guy. You are sensitive to energy vampires from being a wounded healer. Well, that's the interesting thing about the wounded healer, you see. You're quite a practical person, by the way. You like the material aspects of life too, but the wounded healer tries to heal in other people what it can't heal in itself. And did that make sense for your dad? Yeah, he's yeah. Your dad is definitely somebody who is is a leader, sort of independent leader sort of thing. You work in mental health. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so that would make sense, absolutely. A lot of the nines will go into humanitarian work, like nursing or working with old people or stuff like that. So yeah, you can see that the green and red energy that comes in with that combination means sometimes that you need to get space, and try not to enter codependent relationships. All right, so you might need to get space in order for you to not be triggered by your like angry emotions. Okay, but there is definitely a struggle there with regards to how you communicate in verbally. So maybe do you get misunderstood often? Okay, so I'm going to have a look at Guy. Hello, Cosmic Dust. That's a cool name, isn't it? Cosmic Dust. And where are you from, Cosmic Dust? Are you welcome to the Dreamtime Healing Room? Please pop your date of birth in. So you've always seen green and red stars when you're in dark rooms since I was a child, but now I only see red ones. Ah, that's really interesting. There you go. Well, you see, green is the antidote to red-related issues like anger. So it's the complementary colour. So it's the exact opposite colour. So when you get the complementary, that becomes the antidote. So if you've got red-related issues, like anger, then use green, okay? Because that'll give you the space that you need. So Gaia. Gaia is the 20th of the 5th, 1982. So Gaia, you're a day number 2 with a ruling number 9, 10, 89, 25, 26, 27 with a ruling number 9, and a year cycle 5, 10, 12, 3. So another ruling number 9 person, all this Mars energy here at the same time. So you're a healer as well, Guy. Often, the 9s are good, aren't that great with money management, but you're more suited to healing or humanitarian work than you are corporate. That's not a good thing for you. So you sometimes feel not heard or feel second best. You're quite emotional, quite sensitive. You're very well equipped to deal with emotional situations, though, because you've got this arrow of it's called emotional balance. So you might not think you are, but you are actually really well adjusted to navigate difficult emotional crisis within your life experience. We can also see you're very determined. You've got the arrow of determination to be able to achieve your goals and dreams. But you might be better off being in a partnership with somebody within a sort of health environment, whether it's nursing or healing or like mental health, like with Rebecca, for example. There you go. So that would explain why your favorite color is green since you were a teen. What a profound realization, feeling personally attacked. Exactly. You need space. You see, green gives you the space and it clears discordant energies. That's why, like, the green angel in the color mirror system is the perfect space clearer. This is what we use in the color mirrors. The green angel is just beautiful. You spray it into your room around you and it clears discordant energies. And it's really good to do in between Reiki healings, etc., because it just means that there's no, sometimes it can get a bit dense and dark, the energy, like if somebody's been purging, and you don't want that sticking in your aura. So the green angel, clears all of that. It's one of the most beautiful lime, zesty fragrances as well. It's gorgeous. Yeah, so there you go. So again, you're very sensitive. How you feel things very intensely. You can sometimes have a few difficulties expressing how you feel. You're quite an independent person as well, Guy. Now, at the moment, what I can see with you is you are very overly sensitive. And this year you're in a 3-year. So you need to start looking at studying something new, because that will help you get out of the rut that you feel that you're in. Because your mind will be quite stimulated this year. So the 3 is all about stimulation of the mind. So learning and retaining information, okay? Hello, Ach Lavi, nice to see you. How are you today? And it's 5:55 right now. I know, I noticed that. Lots of nines today, Antlin, I know. But it's funny because you brought all the nines in with all that nine energy that you brought in, and then all of the rest's a nine. I'm a ruling number 9 as well. So my day number is a 7 because I was born on the 16th. So the 7 is the spiritual teacher, and the 9 is the healer. And that's why, when I woke up, I became a spiritual healer and teacher. Just makes sense, doesn't it? Good. And Cosmic Dust, born on the 7th of the 7th, 1991. What's your real name, Cosmic Dust? Guy, did that help you? Has that helped you get on the right track? It might be that it's the right time for you to study like numerology or color therapy with the Dreamtime Academy, or maybe take my brand new Starseed Awakening online course. It's fantastic. It actually is a really great way for you to not only wake up to your soul origins, but also go through some major activations where you bring in the Ascended Masters to recode your DNA, to upgrade it to the New Earth Matrix. Okay, so it's fantastic. That's only $99 US. And that's a self-paced, it's a 2-week course, video tutorials, home play sheets, and the activations as well. Like, get into it. Like, seriously, it's just literally been launched and it's mind-blowing. I got the activations information when I was in the middle of the night. I was downloading the information from my Andromedan star family. So it's Akash. It's a cool name, isn't it? Well, basically, if you're seeing lots of different angel numbers through a day, then angel numbers will normally show us like sequences of numbers. So it could be the 1111 or the 2222 or the 333 or the 555. Simple number sequences initially, and then they get more complex the more you get used to them. So the angels and your ascended masters and the Galactic Federation of Light want to communicate with you, but they have to do it through a universal language, through colors and numbers, you see. And then when you learn how to decode it, you can get information that will help you in your life experience. You never feel alone then, you see, as well. Yeah, it means that you're in the flow of life and on the right path. Exactly, yeah. Definitely. It's one of the pieces of information that comes through from that. So you were born on the 7th of 7th, 1991. Okay, so first of all, what I can say about you is that, you've got 2 7s that are isolated. And what that means is, that there can be some sacrifice in your life because you need to learn by your own experiences. You're a day number 7. So you like to explore the deeper meaning behind life, what lays beneath the surface, the subconscious mind, the mysteries, illusions, miracles, magic, and faith of life. And actually, you might need to learn through sacrifice. And that could be, loving and losing, or making money, losing money, or getting ill and getting well. And those patterns will repeat themselves. So 2 of those 3 things, love, health, or money, will be sacrifices for you during your life experience. We can also see here the isolated 9s, which is ambition, responsibility, and idealism. And so that means that you are an ambitious person. There was difficulties for you during childhood. Maybe your mum and dad separated, which has left you feeling sometimes, disconnected, from people around you, and it can manifest as issues within your adult life experience as well. And we can also see like your ruling number is a 9, 10, 19, 27, 28, 29, 34. So you're a ruling number 7 as well. So this is Neptune. Okay, so in the color mirrors, bottle 7 is Neptune. It's pale turquoise over turquoise. It's Atlantean wisdom. So you're a new age spiritual teacher. You could be a teacher, or you could be a hypnotherapist. You're somebody who wants to help people with heart-related healing and verbal self-expression. It's just the way it is. So guys, if you're watching today and you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do me the honors and subscribe to my channel and click the bell for future notifications so that you never miss one of my videos. Also, make sure you like this video and share it, share it, share it. Sharing is caring. Share it with your friends and family and all the people that you love in your life that you think would benefit from having some insights with me today. Remember, if you've had a reading with me today and you've enjoyed what you've seen, my Starseed Numerology reports are on special until the end of October for only 59 Australian dollars. That will unlock the secrets of your unique personality blueprint. It's unique to you. It's handcrafted, not computer generated. I prepare all of the reports myself. I'll need your date, time, place of birth, and living name. All right. Please allow 3 to 5 business days for me to generate the report because it is a 22-page document. Okay. All right, guys. Well, look, I'm going to head off. I'm going to love you and leave you. My husband's just arrived back in from work and he's been working for the last 3 days. So he's having his shower now and I want to cook him some tea because it's my birthday coming up on the 16th of October because I'm a Libran and so is he. He's 50 years old and I'm 49. So we're also having our wedding anniversary. We've been married for 2 years, been actually together for 20 years, but we got married 2 years ago and it's our wedding anniversary on the 11th of October. So it's a big Libran month. Remember as well, we're in a personal year cycle, a personal month, a universal month cycle, 6 at the moment, because we're in it's 2021 and we are in October. So you add the 10 and the 15, the 5 together from 2021, it creates a 6. 6 is Venus, which is Pleiadian energy, this pink energy coming in. So it's all about love, love, love. Make sure you invite your Pleiadian star family in, get them to open up your heart, start loving yourself unconditionally, start expressing more balance and harmony in all of your relationships, and do a lot more self-care as well. So thank you very much. Thanks, April. I'll check my email. Yeah, no worries at all. Brilliant, Guy. You'll love it. Yeah, definitely. It's a must for you kids for shizzle. Shizzle me nizzle. Bye for now. See you soon.